So they fix it. When Muhammad came, he claimed that this is a pagan practice. And he forbid it. And then since then, nobody can practice it. This is why you see the birthday of Muhammad sometime is in July, sometime in December, sometime it is in August, sometime in September. The Ramadan, sometime here, sometime there. Why? Because Muhammad, he changed the calendar. He's an idiot. And now their calendar is messed up. So what it was, a practice done by the Arab the correct way, following the steps of the Jews, fixing their day and their calendar, it become forbidden in Islam because this is supposedly the act of the pagan. So if you go to chapter 9 verse number 37, it says the following: the postponing of sacred months is indeed an addition of disbelief. This is not really postponing, this is just adding days to the year to fix it. So the year will stay stable. So July will be July, August will be August, etc. The same actually, even our calendar now, every 3 years we have a lab year, right? So we add time for it to fix it because the calendar is not perfect. But because the moon calendar, there's almost 10 days different, 10 days. So every year the calendar will move 10 days. How we can fix that? The Arab, they use following the steps of the Jews, and they add 10 days to their calendar. Muhammad told them that adding those days is an act of paganism. So Muhammad screwed the calendar of the Arab. Ramadan, it should be the month located specifically, like based on some historian, they say it is July or maybe August, because this is the month of thirst, have nothing to do with fasting, because the most hot month in the year, and there's no humidity, no rain, nothing. So this is called Ramadan, the thirst, have nothing to do with fasting. Because Muhammad, he destroyed the Arab calendar or the people of the desert, and he forbid them from doing this practice, Ramadan sometime come in December, few years after. Like if you go right now and check Ramadan for the coming few years, Ramadan calculation for the coming years. Let us show you. I just search in in Google, because I don't want to waste my time to calculate, but just to give you an idea. And here you see how stupid Muhammad when he did this. All right. Let us search for Ramadan dates in the page. Read with me carefully. Summary of Ramadan. Look at the dates, guys. from 25 to 23. So here we start in March 11. Here, March 1st. 2027, February 19. We are going backward. Ramadan 28, February 8. March, end with March 8. Ramadan 229, January 28. So do you see how it's messed up? All of this because of this verse we showed you. Muhammad considered fixing the calendar is an act of shaitan, which is very stupid to say. I mean, what does this have to do with shaitan? But Muhammad, he wanted to show himself that he is the person who is really sent by God, and he want to change things. All right. Anything else? Yeah, if you don't correct the calendar will keep moving because the calendar is wrong. So here you see, if Allah is good God, he should be smart, say this is not right. Why July this year is coming in December? And why we call it the month of heat or the month of thirst? You know, why we give them those names? Those names doesn't fit with the month no more. All right? So idiot. Anything else? The funny, I went in the morning, I said to myself, let me have some coffee with them and speak about this Abdul. But now we are here live for how many hours? And people, they are advising me not to go for long. I did not listen to them. I need to set an alarm when I go live to keep it short. Halal meat for Christian is forbidden? Yeah. You know, the very simple thing we ask ourselves, what is the word kosher mean or halal? What the word kosher mean? Why it's kosher? What make it kosher? Like it's food. But make a food kosher is religious, you know. Otherwise, all food is food. Like doesn't make a difference if the goat is a goat. A goat. Like I can buy a goat from a Muslim. Still I can eat it. But if the Muslim, he is the one who slaughtered the goat, I cannot eat it. Why? Because the Muslim, he's a pagan man, and he slaughtered the goat in the name of his God. So when the Muslim, they slaughter, what make it halal is not the kind of the food. It's when they say Allahu Akbar, when they slaughter the goat. So any food is a slaughter in the name of a pagan god, as we see in the book of Acts, or even in the Old Testament. It's forbidden. All right. So if we go to Act 15:20, you will see clearly that, you know, you should not eat the pagan food. Why? Because this food is slaughtered in the name of the false gods, pagan gods. We can, let us see this verse here. I mean, there's many verses, you can search them. But even in the Old Testament is the same, you know. Jews cannot eat the food of pagan people. They cannot. It's forbidden for them. All right. Anything else? They slit the throat of and make the animal suffer. I don't understand. So what? How you want to kill the animal? You don't slaughter. You don't make the animal. How you kill an animal? Like, what do you think that the Jews before used to kill the animal with what? Electricity? Hanging them? They slaughter them. They slit their throat. This is not the reason. Like, how do you kill a chicken? You give it aspirin first and then you slaughter it. Don't act like those hippies. Like, once I saw in Amazon a person making a review of mice. He says, "Oh, I was tortured when I saw how this mice was killed in any humane way." So look at the mental. He want to kill the mice, but he think there's a humane way to kill the mice. So it's not because they slit the throat of the animal. This is the right way to do it. Why not? What's wrong with this? Like, you want to kill the animal, but you are merciful now and you are a good guy. So you kill him right away, fast, if you are trying to be merciful. Not don't torture, right? And this is the right way to kill it. Nothing wrong with it. Like, you are merciful, but you want to eat me. I care for the feeding of the chicken, but I want to eat them, barbecue them. That's weird. If you care, you then became a Hindu. The Hindu, they claim they will not eat animals because this is a soul. But those, they have a belief that if you was a human one day, today, tomorrow you might become a chicken or even a cockroach. But even the Hindus are hypocrite because they eat plants, and plants, they eat meat. If you put any kind of food contain meat under the plant they will flourish. I killed a chicken. I was a kid. You know, I don't know, maybe 8 years old. The knife was taller than me. Not like now they bring the chicken for you ready. You know, my dad, he bring a chicken. They are healthy from the farm. He don't buy those. You don't know what kind of a chicken what they are feeding them. So you bring chicken, real chickens. I find myself it's an opportunity to learn how to slaughter a chicken because yeah, why not? So I took the chicken outside. So are you saying to me I have to be merciful now? If you are merciful, let it go. Tell that to your stomach. And I was amazed how the chicken was jumping like crazy. You know, like that's why I say, like, if you see the chicken dancing, does not mean it's dancing. This is what happened when somebody is dying. They start dancing. So it was jumping like crazy. Is it not okay if we pray before we eat halal food, or we can eat? Doesn't matter. What do you mean you pray? This animal is slaughtered in the name of a false god. You cannot eat it. You cannot. My friend, do you need to open verses for you? There's tons of verses. Go to Act 15, verse 29 as an example. Let me open it. Hold on. Uh, you pray, you don't pray, it doesn't make it right. Now, if you are going to starve, you cannot. You need to survive. You are going in a Muslim country where you cannot find. Well, get some vegetables. You know, buy sardine, fish, because Muslim they cannot slaughter a fish in the name of Allah. There is many other source. You know, if you believe Allah is an idol, and their food when its slaughter is mentioned to idols, right? Then you should not take it. Is it true that you do not go to the church? Do you go to the church, Mecca Doom? Do you go to the church yourself? Who is the one who says to you, I don't go to church? And let us say if I don't go to the church, does that make me a bad person for you? Potatoes. Is it true you don't go to the church? Oh, but he's a bad guy, he don't go to church. Well, I have a church here. You go to church because you want a benefit for yourself. I am here for your benefit. So most of you, when you go to church, you get a benefit, self-benefit. When I stay here with you, my day is gone, half of my day is gone. What benefit I got? So those fraud who claim that if you go to church, you are better than the one who don't go, they are a bunch of liars. Secondly, I go to church, but not any church, because these days there's many false churches. So I choose carefully what church, and if I go, usually I go to teach, which means I go to give a benefit, not to receive a benefit. Most of people who go to church, they go for two reasons: either to worship from their heart with the Christians, with the family, or because they want a social, which means social club. And this is the majority of people in the world. They are looking for social. And those who claim that if they go to church they are better, well, guess what? Judah, he was with Jesus as a disciple, and he was rejected by Jesus from sitting in his table and not to eat his bread. So many false people, they go because they hate me. They say, Christian Prince, he say he don't go to church. I never said that. I say this is my church. I stay here million times more than going to a church. You're a priest, he is always in the church every Sunday. He's doing a job. He's not a true priest of God unless he do what priest he can do. Did your priest teach you about Islam? Did he expose Jehovah's Witnesses? Did he expose in his sermon teaching about Mormons? No. They are doing rituals. In fact, if your stupid priest is doing his job, I should not be here. This is a job of a priest, not me. Where is your priest? Where is your people who go to church? Where we can find them? Your Christian kids are deceived. Drugs, sex, abortion, Islam. Where are they? So you go to church, here we go. But you are a fraud, like Muhammad. Did Jesus go to the church? Peter, he go to church? Obviously, he was not a Christian, huh? They are the church. The believers are the church. It's not a building, you idiot. The first 300 years, the Christians don't have a building. They don't dare even to say we have a church. If they meet in the private rooms. Shall I go to your Pope? Huh? The pervert? He is given a prize to Azerbaijan after killing tens of thousands of Christians. He's condemning the Jews for killing Hamas, who says all religion lead to God. Here we go. This is a church. And this is the biggest church in the world. You will find this church of it in every corner. Trash can is coming back. Okay, trash can. Good to have you. I was wondering where I'm going to throw this thing next in my hand. How we can live without you. You know, I make yogurt at home. I make yogurt at home. I don't buy yogurt. All right. And I was in a Muslim country. So in order to make yogurt, you have to buy yogurt, little yogurt, to add it with the milk. And because I don't like to eat yogurt in the store, I make it myself. I went to the first store. It says halal yogurt. What the heck? How halal yogurt? Yogurt have halal? I did not buy it. I went to the second store. It says halal yogurt. I did not buy it. I stayed for, I think I stayed there for 2 weeks without yogurt, which is my favorite food, because I could not find. Yogurt is not halal. When you buy any food, have a sticker of halal, you are supporting Islam, because this sticker is paid for, is not free. This is number one. They give it to the Islamic Center, and the Islamic Center is the one who gave them the sticker. It's not for free. So any store in USA have halal food, they paid Muslims for it. They cannot just put the word halal by themselves. They have to get certificate from the Islamic Center. And the money they pay to the Islamic Center, they use it to convert people to Islam and to build more mosques. So in other words, not only you are eating a pagan food, you are supporting terrorism and supporting your enemy. All right? Do you teach reading and writing in Arabic? You can go to my other channel, Arab for Christ, and we have full series of how to learn Arabic. All right? If you are sincere to learn, it's there for free. Just search for Arab and then the number 4, connected Christ. All right. And here, by the way, you see an example of how people, they try to make you look bad. I remember once I was in Paltalk, Paltalk chat. This is long before YouTube. I mean, when those main names, you know them right now. I was fighting Islam. They were not even, they know nothing about Islam. They were atheists or Muslims or even kids. Anyway, always I found a lot of enmity from the Christians. Always the Christian, they feel I'm a threat to them. And those are fake Christians for sure. So once I went in a chat room, and a woman, she is supposedly Christian, or a guy, I forgot. He said, the Christian prince, somebody said that you like women. Somebody said that you like women. And they thought I'm going to take the microphone. You can, two people cannot talk in the same time. It's a chat room, one mic at a time. So I took the microphone. I said, yeah, I like women. What's the problem? They thought they're trying to smear me, saying, oh, this guy, he like women, he is not a good guy. I said, I like women, thank God. I don't like men. What the problem? He said, oh, they are saying that you like women. I said, I like women. I say that to you. I like women. I am single. I like women, thank God. I'm not a gay. I don't cheat. I don't lie. What's your business? So because they are filthy scumbags, they try to say, oh, this guy, I love women, what's wrong with that? But I am sleeping with many women. Am I sleeping with any women? No. But God made me a man. So if I like what I will like a woman. I will not like a man. But they want to make it like he like women. Women, you know the word women? Like many. So always you will find somebody, he is so jealous from you, he try to smear you, make you look bad. A bunch of dumb. So Christian Prince, we heard you don't go to church. Okay, for the sake of argument, if I don't go to church, I'm a bad person. The Bible says, say to you, obey your elder. Your elder saying to you, Allah is a God, and He is the same God of Muhammad. Should I go to your church? Your elder is a deceiver. In the Council of the Vatican, they have a long page saying that the Muslim worship the same God. You want me to find it for you? Here we go. This is your elder, and this is your leader. There's many churches. They call themselves church, but they are false. Their leaders are false. And as long as the population, those who follow them, are not opening their mouth against it, that means they are false like them. So if you are a Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox, and your leader speak false against God, against the Bible, you are false like him if you don't oppose him. If you still consider him an authority for you. What the Bible says, let him be accursed, the one who bring other than this scriptures. How many ministers from Protestant they say to you the Muslim worship the same God? Many. I can show you tons of videos. How many Orthodox they say that? Many. Bishops, not just Orthodox person, no, bishops, patriarch, pope, Protestant. All of those are not my church. They are a bunch of scumbag. Because my Bible says, whoever deny the Son and the Father is an Antichrist. We don't worship the same God. Our God is a spirit, their God is not. Those are hippie, politically correct. They don't even dare to say homosexuality is wrong or it's sin. They don't. The Pope, he says nothing, being a homosexual is not a crime. But according to the Bible, it is. According to who are you? So they are promoting everything against the Bible, and yet they call them a church leader. And you go to their church. Right? Hypocrite people. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, but the one who do the will of my Father. The first question of those, you call them churches and church leaders, are they doing the will of the Father? The answer, no. One of the most weird practice, it's like same as Muhammad, by the way. Like the Muslim, they believe if somebody died and you offer donation in his name, Allah will enlighten his punishment. That is another scam. And you will find some so-called churches, they do that. So you go to the priest, you have somebody, your mother, your sister, your daughter died. You go to the church and you tell them, how much is it going to cost to take the sin of the guy? What, take the sin? What do you mean take the sin? So now the guy is dead and you are going to pay him money, and that will make him a good guy again because you made him paid the priest money. It's a big scam like Muhammad. Does the Orthodox Church baptize only babies? Yes, they do only babies. But if you are a new convert, they will baptize you. because they cannot make you baby again. But yeah, I understand the logic of the Orthodox. Like, they will be fearing that if the child he died without baptism, this is their logic. Anything else? And again, I don't take a side with any church. Any church bring false teaching, I go against them. You know, I told you many times I'm born in Orthodox family. In fact, I did not mention that for many, many years. But when somebody like he's an Orthodox, he starts saying, Christian Prince, you have no authority. I never claimed to be a priest. What do you mean authority? Authority of what? What authority mean? Let us examine you if you have authority. According to the Bible, if you have authority, you can cast demon out. You can do wonder. If you cannot, that means you don't have authority. Do you have authority? I never claim authority of anything. And I have authority over anybody. If people say to you, God bless your ministry, I say, guys, don't say that. How many times you heard me? They say, we don't mean anything. We mean just, like your work. I say, you can say my work. Don't say my ministry. I'm not claiming to be a minister. I hate those words, titles, because I don't deserve them. But anyway, people they have anger from you, and they try to find a reason to make people hate you. But who care who hate me, who like me? I'm a person. I make fun of my look. How many times heard me making fun of my look? Do you know why? Because I'm very confident. If you make fun of somebody look, he will get so upset. I make fun of my look. I make fun of my English. How many times I told you stories about how funny what my English was? I'm very, 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 very simple. I don't like people to praise me. How many times heard me saying, don't say thank you, God bless you, say something about the topic. I get upset. Even sometimes I delete the video because nobody said anything about the topic. Thank you, Christian Prince. God bless you, Christian Prince. May God. This is not. This is what I want from you. I want you to share with me. I hate it that people praising me. I'm not here for that. You don't even know me. If I die tomorrow, nobody will be in my funeral. But still, even though all of this, and they are jealous. And they are upset. Was everyone in your family Christians? Yes, all of them are Christians. All right. Is it okay to pray before robbing? That's what the Muslims do. All right. Anything else? Will you ever have a travel video again you used to do before? Actually, I was thinking, but this was like a while ago, to buy a van, and to travel from place to place and make videos. But then I said, I cannot, the van is very expensive actually, And for me, I have, like, let's say, always in your life you have a priority, and there's no guarantee if I buy a van and travel from place to place, that will help me. I mean, in my mission, which means it might be a waste of money, and maybe you regret. Traveling, I always travel, and always I speak to people in the street, but usually I don't record. Not a single time I travel abroad, I did not. You see, the only time I did, not because I was recording for the purpose of recording. If you watch the video, you will see I was walking in France. Anyone remember? I was not recording like I'm going to debate Jehovah's Witnesses. No. I was recording to post on YouTube that I am in France. And then when I am walking, after, I don't know, 5 minutes, something like that, I saw there's a group of Jehovah's Witnesses. Actually, I passed them. I wasn't planning to talk to them. And I said, okay, let me see, I can talk to them. So you do not need to record to show your work. But I understand people, they can get a benefit of that. But for me, it's not what I do. I don't like publicity. And if, recording what I am doing in the street is important, this is here the same. Here we go. We have hundreds of people listening. It's more than a street, 2 or 3 people. You will hear the dialogue. You will hear the conversation, the debate. I don't record. No. Even when I go to churches, and they are Christians, I say don't record. Last time I was in Ukraine, I was going to do a seminar, but then I get a very bad flu. But I went to the church to do the seminar. At that day, I did not have a flu. And there's a translator with me. But then they have it live in YouTube. I told them I cannot do it this way. I will do a seminar but with no life. They said only our church can watch it. I said doesn't matter. I hate publicity. People are desperate for publicity. If I go live right now in doing seminar live in video, you can imagine how many people will click to see Christian Prince, right? I'm sure you will be scared when you see me, but this is not the point. So I know if I go in camera, I will get a way more publicity from without camera. But this is what I am trying to escape. Would you like to visit Sicily and Malta? Invite me, I will come. All right? But if you invite me, you better invite me for a good reason. Like if you can organize for me a seminar or something, not just a visit, then it's not worth it to spend the money. Even though it's good to meet good people, right? Do you respect Orthodox Christians? Church condemning eating, for example, pork. You see, my friend, eating, the Bible is so clear. Jesus, he says, not what go inside your mouth, but what come from your mouth. Correct? So, my mother, she is very strict with the Old Testament. Like she will never let pork, rabbit, camel meat, anything like this to enter the house. But that is not because she is a good Christian or a bad Christian. What makes her a Christian or not is how much she followed the Bible and everything, not only about food. Food is not a reason to be good or bad. Feeding people can change that. So, if I buy food, let us say rabbit meat, and I give it to a hungry person, is that good or bad? It's good. Why is not? I just fed somebody. What about watching our mouth and not to use a filthy language, and not to do things with our hands, which is filthy, and with our private parts? Which one is important? The food or your behavior? Food is food. However, when we say it's forbidden for you to eat food, slaughter in the name of a pagan god, that is a different story. Because now the problem is not the food. It's not the food. It is the pagan god. This is an offer, an animal offer for that god, and you are accepting that offer. Uh, would you explain the hadith of Mumu and the goat? You mean about the poison? Well, the Muslim they say that how somebody, yeah, I remember you sent me a message. The Muslim they say how somebody ate poison 4 years ago, he died 4 years after. Very simple. Poison can kill you immediately. It's about how much dose in your body, or can you kill you slowly, which means the poison cause damage in your organs and failure, and that will cause your death slowly. So like somebody, he have a problem with his liver. Do you die immediately? No, it's going to take some time. So poison is the same. And if the Muslim they say to you how somebody died because of poison 4 years ago, that means they are saying their prophet is false, because he is the one who confirmed how he died. Do they accept that Muhammad here is being stupid? And the Muslim themselves they say anything Muhammad he say from his mouth is from God. You might be shot by a bullet, don't die right away. You struggle with consequences of this bullet for many years, and then you die because of the same bullet. Somebody go to war, he injured, he don't die right away. The doctors try to save him. Surgery after surgery, 2 3 years after he died. Why? Because of the injury. And Muhammad, when he ate the poison, the Muslim they made a hole in his neck, which is called hijama, and they took blood, the poison blood, from his body, sucking it as much as they can, so he will not die. This is how actually he was saved from being killed immediately. And the man who drank his blood, the man who drank his blood, he did not die himself. There's a man, he drank his blood, you know. Obviously, the poison was not so strong to the point to kill, because he did not eat a very heavy dose. The guy next to him, he died right away. All right. Sometimes even doctors, they prefer not to do surgery for you, because doing the surgery can harm you more than the injury you have, like a bullet in the brain. So they leave it there. Thank you, JG. Yeah, we will make a video, and during the Easter day, it's very important day for all of us. However, you know, we remember this day every day, for it's not about just a memory, it's about salvation. You cannot repeat day in history. You know what happened before, you cannot make it happen again. Like people celebrate their birthday, right? But in reality, you cannot celebrate your birthday. You cannot. That's it. Your birthday is gone. So when we celebrate the Easter, we are not celebrating the day. We are celebrating what Christ he did. Otherwise, this day cannot be repeated. It's one day in the history of mankind. Yeah. Now the Orthodox, they have different date and calendar for the Easter, but for me I don't really care for the date again because simply we cannot repeat the day, but we are celebrating the occasion. How do you humble praises from friends and or family? What do you mean praises? Like you say you are wonderful? Praising you mean? You know, if you don't like it, you can tell them don't do it. Show that you are not happy with it. So they will not do it. If you don't tell people that there is something you don't like, how they will know that you don't like? Right? You have to make it clear. Always you teach people what you like, what you don't. If you never complain, how they will know? Even if you are married, if your wife she cook a food you don't like, but you never say I don't like it because you're afraid to make her feel bad because she wasted her time. But next time she will do the same food, you know. So say I don't like it. Same for the wife. If your husband doing something you don't like, say it. You know, say it in a nice, friendly way. You know. So anything you don't like people to do to you, if you keep your mouth shut and you don't say I don't like it, they will keep doing it. No, we don't care for the date. It's not about fasting. This is not about even fasting is not about the date. It's not about the date. You fast because of the date? No. You fast because of the occasion. So we don't care for the date because the date cannot be repeated. We're talking about the crucifixion of Jesus, not the date as a date. We are 2025 after Jesus. So the date is not the same. So the occasion will decide when you fast, when you don't. Right? So again, it's the occasion, not the date. I don't know. Some people maybe understood me in a different way because my English is not good. When I say we don't care for the date, we don't mean we don't care for the occasion. I'm saying the opposite. The date is not the occasion. The occasion is the date. You understand? So if the Messiah was crucified in July, July is not important. We are not celebrating July. We are celebrating the occasion. So this day can be here, can be there, you know. But this is when the occasion happened. So that date, if it is important because of the occasion, not the opposite. The same as Jesus says, Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was made for Sabbath. What the Jews start doing? They start praising Sabbath over the man. Sabbath became more important than the man. Right? So if the person dying, we don't take him to hospital because it's Sabbath. This is not what God said. In October 7th, the Jews, they turned their phone off. Nobody want to open his TV to see the news because Sabbath. They are religious. But this is stupid. This is not what Sabbath is about. You hear bullets, you hear rocket, you see rocket and flying around you. And yet you don't want to turn your phone? Oh, the Bible says. See, the Bible is the book of intelligence, not the book of stupidity.